Guys, welcome to the Hector Show. I'm here with my co-host, Justin Hartman. Follow him on Instagram, Justin Hartman Comedy. And we are here with our very special guest. I'm so excited to introduce this guy, Eric Ichel.
Hello.
Why don't you plug your social medias real quick?
I'm currently Eric on Instagram, and that's all I have at the moment. So
Your name is Eric? That's your username?
my at currently Eric on Instagram or Eric Ichel. There's literally only one of me in the country, unfortunately.
No way. That's actually kind of crazy. You were able to just put your name in, and there was no other...
Oh no!
It's currently Eric.
It's
currently
Eric,
okay.
yes.
All right, maybe we don't need another round. Shit. All right. So what are we talking about, Justin? Give us let's.
Yeah, let's start with how you said Eric Ichel has never made you laugh before.
Eric Ichel, that is complete nonsense because Eric has seen me laugh at him in person, not at him.
Have you?
I don't know.
Definitely
Honestly.
laughed during his.
Maybe at me, yeah.
I love actually. I was saying how I was telling Eric before how he was one of the first people that I kind of gravitated towards when I started comedy because I could just tell he was closer to my age and everybody else was like old drunk fucks, and I'm also a kind of shy, call it unique type of dude, so I immediately was gravitated towards Eric, and
Sean,
we've been boys.
Aren't you looking forward to kind of, Eric, this applies to you too, just eventually like just not making it and just being a
I can't
alcoholic,
an
open micer? Being
Bro.
50 years old.
No pressure, no nothing. Yeah, I get to
You're like,
burn.
still doing bringer
You
shows.
know what's funny? You know what's so funny? My ex, when I had a conversation with her one night, and I was like, listen, like, I'm never gonna stop doing this and it's actually much more likely that I do this until I'm 50 years old and never make it anywhere and make $0, and that's something that that's a possibility you're gonna have to live with. There's a very slim chance that this goes somewhere, but it's much more likely nowadays that I'm just gonna be an open micer, bringer show loser forever. And she was like, oh, you know what? I'm completely fine with that. That's fine. I'll support you through whatever. I believe in you. And then a month later, she broke up with me.
How do your exes feel about you doing comedy?
I don't think they're aware of it. I hope they're not aware of it. That's all I can really say.
You kind of do it on like low key. You don't really like post shit on social media.
Oh no, I've never really. I made an Instagram because I started doing this.
How long have you been doing comedy?
I've been doing, honestly, for about 5 years. It was like on and off, mostly off, and then I really got back into it about a year ago.
You've been grinding,
and that was like when I started going pretty much like, a couple times a week.
Yeah,
whatever.
you started grinding more.
Really started getting into it,
taking
and, like,
it more serious, and
paying attention and all that shit.
We both agree that you are definitely fucking really funny.
Oh well,
we listen. No,
You're smart. You're a smart.
There we
guy.
go.
You're a little smart aleck.
Look, if you wanna suck my more, we can do it after. But
dude,
What flavors? Eric doesn't like watermelon.
Man down.
There we go. I'll take the watermelon since Eric doesn't
Man
like it.
down.
Because he
Appreciate
said
that.
watermelon's not for people like him.
Eric, don't ever tempt me like that again and tell me to suck because I literally will right now.
Yeah, I mean, you're a pretty good-looking guy.
Dude, you're a good-looking
waist
You're a
down, it's all
good-looking guy.
disappointment. I promise.
Yeah? What are you packing?
What do you got?
Whip it out.
there?
I'm not.
Whip it out.
Don't.
It's okay, bud.
It's okay.
Eric,
You
So
we're
you
friends.
got-
Look, you want to feel?
Eric, we're
that's
just bros.
fine.
You got, a
just
lot,
bros.
you got a lot of tension in those shoulders.
Yeah, relax, man. Just whip it out real quick. Slap it on the table.
It's like a pin drop. Let me.
Amen,
Yo,
brother.
Eric.
I'll drink to that.
You ever like drink that? I just spilt it all over me.
Like a real patriot.
I'm a fucking
Happy
idiot.
Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial
Why
Day.
do you even love me? Why do you even love me? I'm such a fuck up. Look what I did. The audio's gonna be all fucked now because I'm moving the.
So what's your What type of woman do you like, Eric?
Type.
I know you're single. Let's try to find.
Yeah,
well,
let's-
maybe one of the three people watching this is.
Hold
is
on.
your
Can I
dream
just
girl.
say we're joking and sorry if we made you feel uncomfortable. Like we're just messing around.
Oh
Yeah.
no, it's
Unless you want to whip it out.
Unless you want.
then it's totally fine.
I've always wanted
so-
you. Yeah. What were you saying?
my type of woman. The woman that likes me back, honestly.
Anyone?
I'm very much, if you can deal with my lack of
Your verse.
conversation, I feel. I don't know how else to put it.
Okay, so you're not really. Are you like? Did looks matter to you, or are you more about
Yes.
personality? As corny of a question as
I mean,
that is
yeah,
to ask.
definitely. I feel like more personality. I'm not looking. I've never really been the kind of like casual one night stand kind of
All right,
person.
so Mike
I feel
Ellison
that.
walks up in a wig. You hitting that?
I mean,
He has a good personality.
He loves.
He's very
he loves
funny,
you.
so-
He thinks you're so
yeah,
funny.
like just Mike Ellison
he's
in
very
a wig,
funny in a wig.
has a vagina.
Shim. Shim thinks you're hilarious.
Shim
and
Ellison.
He's on your dick. What you doing?
I'll buy him dinner.
So you don't split the bill?
Huh?
You don't split the bill?
Well, I mean,
You know what? That's a great
if
question.
they ask me, then I don't know. I feel like if the burden of like proof is whoever puts the opportunity out.
if they
there,
offer to
kind
pay,
of.
what are you doing?
Then I offer to split usually. I'd say
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
That's honestly that's a pretty P move.
that, or depending on what the place is.
That
I'm
is
like,
kinda
I'll just
pimp.
go-
That's
let me
pretty
just-
P.
That is kind of pimp, dude.
That's P.
I went out last night to White Castle. She was like, "Oh, how much money do I owe you?" I was like, "I got."
You were
this."
with a girl,
Yeah. I was like, "I got this." My Trinidadian
but
queen.
she offered.
Yeah, she offered. It was White Castle.
Bro,
we just got
that's-
2 sliders and
man.
a drink. We were balling.
Dude,
I showed her. I was like, $18. I got that. Don't worry about it, sweet cheeks.
I took a girl out. I took her to the spa. I spent like $600, and then the next week we went out on a date, and the bill was like $200. And I'm not gonna lie, I was like, "Fuck." I don't know if she saw it in my face that I was like, "Oh no!" As soon as I saw the bill, but she was like, She offered to pay, and I'm like kind of old school, so it kind of hurts
you
my
just hit
pride.
her.
Yeah, so I just fucking flipped out. I flipped the table. I was like, "You stupid bitch, don't you ever disrespect me. How could you not know my body? I'm a big step out here,
Stand on
bitch.
10,
You must
stand
not
on
know
10."
me." But no, she offered to pay, and she was like very adamant, and she put her card down. She like, I just gave her $100. I was like, "Fuck that. Like, I gotta at least give you something. I don't like this." But it was
Oh.
very, her offering was like, her doing that was very cool.
That definitely picked up.
Where was I going? I
Also,
don't know where I was going with that.
Let's address this real quick. It's okay, Pat. Pat Senior. So currently, our producer's fam. This is shot at a local pub, which is owned by our producer and his family, and his family's at the bar right now, which is why we're not at our normal setup. But this is probably a better setup anyway, and they're fucking wasted. It's gonna be a good night.
You just gave out way too much personal information.
No, I
about Pat.
didn't.
We
I
have
didn't even
to
say
cut
the name
that.
of the bar. Nothing about that needs to be cut.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah.
Speaking
So,
of cut, Eric, are you cut?
I'm Jewish.
oh my God.
So, I mean, it's not.
Eichel.
I'm not.
See, I thought you were German.
Yeah.
It is a German.
Dude, Hartman's German with 2 ends. 1 end is Jewish. So you know, I'm German too.
It's because they cut off the end.
Yeah.
So Eric, let me.
Zinger.
Eric, let
That's
me
smart.
ask you about
See?
this.
Smart guy.
That's-
Let me ask you about this current situation that I'm in. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not doing too well right now. I'm not. I'm a little upset. I'm
Riding
a
the
little
1
hurt.
week high of getting an apartment.
My heart's a little hurt. Last episode we were talking about my and I believe I've lost my So
R.I.P.
Eric, let me just tell you what happened. So we went to Fire Island and I was hanging out at the
Saw a bunch
bar.
of cute guys.
Yeah, there was
Fire
a lot,
Island, notoriously known for gay bars.
there was a lot of cute gay guys. I was getting horned up. No, but seriously, I met her friend. Long story short, I ended up meeting her friend who was from her sorority in college. So I met her and I introduced myself very politely, by the way. I was like, "Hi, I'm Sean," and she just went, "Who are you?" And like gave me like a stank face. Like she looked disgusted the whole time. And she was just like, "Who are you?" And I'm like, "Sean?" 'Cause I just said it. And she was like, No, but like, who are you? And I'm like,
Ditzy.
I'm like, I'm him, basically. I'm him, bitch. That's who I am, you fucking stuck-up hilla. But no, I was like, I'm her boyfriend. And she was like, she immediately was all upset. And then the queen was like, oh, well, we weren't supposed to have boyfriends before our vacation we're taking. And I was like, that's a huge red flag, right, Eric?
Yeah.
That's a red flag, right?
Your mic, Eric.
Oh yeah, shit. Sorry.
You're
Yeah,
good.
I would say that's
You got big hands, bud.
It's a red flag. But
Small
then
fingers, big hands.
then it got worse.
I've been told I'd be really good at playing the piano,
me
and
too,
I
bud.
never did anything with it.
Yeah, show 'em off to
It
the
got much worse. Listen, it got much worse. So I said I'm her boyfriend, and she just looks me up and down, and she was like, ugh, like, ew. And I was like, I tried to, go with it, and, make a joke out of it, and I was like, yeah, I know, right? What the fuck is she thinking? I'm just as confused as you. I don't know why she wants me. And she's like, no, seriously. And I was like, God damn, bitch, listen, I know what I look like. And if you guys saw Justin's story yesterday, you saw that's exactly what I was wearing. And I know what I look
Wait,
like.
you were wearing the American flag shorts, the poetic
The
justice
poetic
shirt,
justice. I was wearing.
and the Crocs.
I was wearing
Oh, that's a strong look.
shorts with stars on
Memorial
them.
Day weekend, to be fair.
Crocs.
To be fair.
I was wearing shorts with stars, Crocs, and then my
Are
shirt
you watching
was-
fucking reels right now, Pat?
My shirt was a Tupac shirt that said "Poetic Justice." It
That's
was
a
like
movie. That's a Tupac
It was like a
movie.
I know.
Janet
it was a
Jackson
graphic.
in it.
It
Good
was
film.
a graphic tee I got at Target. I didn't have any clean laundry. All right, it's a long story, but I get it.
Just
I know,
like the time you got that shirt, actually, you're wearing currently when you didn't have any clean
well,
laundry.
I actually did my laundry today, and this shirt fits me very well. I wanted
it
to
makes
wear it
you
on the
look
pod.
jacked.
It made a lot of sense to wear it on the pod today. Listen. So she was a fucking bitch. She was a stuck-up. This is what happens when you have rich parents and you've been able, and you have nice tits and you look good. You've been able to just talk to people however you want your whole life. But guess what, bitch? Today you ran into a real step-up. Can I just say
Found a
real
real
quick?
one.
I feel so bad for Pat. We really put this guy through so much. He goes through so much because of us, and he has to do so much work to try to get any type of usable material out of our insane banter that we go through. But yeah, no, so she was a psycho, basically, long story short.
Wait, hold on. Who the fuck moaned like that?
I didn't hear.
I love him.
She was a psycho, and I had to break up with her because I can't deal with that nonsense. And Eric, I want to know your opinion on this. Do you think I did the right thing? Do you think I should take her back? She is a great girl. She was amazing.
But
I only dated her for a month, though.
hold on. We
was
did
a
also
month.
find some other discoveries with this, with that she is a bit of a bibbidi bop.
Right. She is what I would call a notorious generational Babylon bar bop. She goes to Babylon, which pretty much everyone in West Islip does this, especially the women. They go to Babylon, they fuck dudes pretty much for a living. It's basically like their job. They work
You
all
want to go to
week.
Babylon after this?
Yeah, we'll go to Babylon. We'll go to Mary
Monday
Carroll's. Shout out to Mary's. It is the home, the sanctuary for the Babylon bar bops. And I tried to save one of them and pluck them from their meaningless existence as being a Babylon bar bop.
Cat-
Cinderella story.
So what do you think, Eric?
Hold on. Can I just add something real quick, Eric?
Yeah.
Have you ever dated a hoe real quick?
No.
All right. So, Sean, speaking from experience, my ex-girlfriend being a prostitute, you can't save these hoes. You cannot pluck. They can pluck you from property, but you can't pluck them from the streets.
Well, what do you think, Eric?
I would say
wanna hear
you were
Eric's
dating.
opinion.
You were dating for a month,
You were dating for a month.
and sorry, there've been so many
She
interruptions.
was
What was the-
moving pretty quick.
Mhm.
Things were moving pretty fast. I just got out of a 5-year relationship, so I was homeless. I was sleeping in my truck, and I met this girl, and she pretty much immediately plucked me from poverty and let me crash at her house, which happens to also be very close to my job, and everything was perfect. And then she did this. It's the only time she's done something like this. She also threatened me by saying oh, if you don't answer me, I'm gonna get blacked out. Oh, if you don't, I'm saying way too much, fuck it. And then she was like, if you don't pick me up, I'm gonna go out to the bar. Like, she's using it, like, trying
Like,
to get me
she's, like,
jealous.
threatening,
She sent me
yeah.
a picture of her with my friend, and she, like, had his shoulder on him. She was, like, on his shoulder.
I mean,
she's trying to get me jealous, right?
yeah.
Like, she's
I would
playing
say
games with me.
She's playing games,
She's
and
not
honestly,
respecting my gangster.
she's not respecting your
She
gangster.
must not know my body.
I mean, after a month of shit.
She's some may say testing your gangster act.
Yes.
She's testing my gangster, right, Eric?
Yes, but I would after a month. It's only been a month. I would say,
Should I give her another chance?
It's only gonna get worse.
yeah.
You think it's only going to get
I
worse,
think
right?
I
That's
don't
what-
like people playing mind games. I don't think that's healthy in any way.
It's like
it's
toxic.
not. Yeah, like it's not. This is only the beginning, and like once you're in too deep, then. Like, if this is what she's doing after a month, like, what is it going to be after?
Exactly what I've been thinking. That's exactly why I was like, you know what? Like, I'm sorry. I just can't deal with this right now. I have too much going on.
Yeah.
But I like.
You got to look out for you
she
first.
was great. She was very nice, and she didn't have to pluck me off the streets and give me shelter.
Yeah, Eric, gift us with a tale of your previous lovers.
Yeah, we want to hear about
I-
we want to hear about the whore ex you were talking
No,
about.
maybe-
I
before.
don't have a whore ex.
Well,
We
not
want
the
to hear
whore ex,
about
but you said
your
you-
black queens because I know you dated a black girl.
queens,
I see it in your eyes. You love the Caribbean woman like myself.
No, she was Egyptian.
Egyptian.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
dude,
Dude,
he's so
built
different.
the pyramids and tore them down.
He's different. He's different.
He's built like that. Eric, you guys heard, breaking news. Eric Ichel dates Egyptian. You're
Oh my
perpetuating
God,
Hellenistic
he's
cultures.
different.
Dude, you liked how I pulled that out. You didn't think I knew what that was.
Yeah, that was.
Pulled it out, dude.
Pull it out.
But
You're like fucking Mark Anthony over here stealing Julius Caesar's bitch, a.k.a. Cleopatra.
yeah,
Wasn't actually Egyptian.
was
But-
not. Yeah.
All right, so
I
how
know,
about
she
this,
spoke
Eric?
7 languages, though.
Eric, if you were gay, which one out of the three of us would you date?
Pat.
Fuck, dude, I knew it.
Right off
Pat,
the-
you should really come on the camera and show people what you look
Yo,
like. They need to know. He's a stud, bro.
not
Fuck.
single, but
That's
that
so
doesn't
fucked
stop
up.
him.
Ooh.
Just kidding.
You guys,
Well, that makes him more attractive for some reason.
all
It does,
three of
it
you
does.
I don't know. I know.
That's stepdad Pat. SDP.
you guys all ruined my
SDP,
self-esteem.
bro. That's like an STD. Speaking of which, have you ever had an STD?
No.
Wait, let's get back to Egyptian queens. What was it like being in the Nile? You miss her still?
Die for you.
No.
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 Grow up and
Did you break up
For a
with
little
her?
bit.
For you.
No, she broke up with me.
Damn, tragic.
Yeah, it's what it is. It was honestly, it's one of those things where it's like I was bummed at first, and then I was like, it was never going to work out. We were not
Yeah.
You know what? That's exactly
compatible
how I felt, too.
personalities,
I
and so
get
yeah,
that.
it's like
Dude,
she was
that-
actually the first person to break up with me, and so
You be breaking up with the bitches.
I'd be-
You're used to fucking cutting.
Dude,
them.
how?
I mean at that time. At
All right,
that
hold
time.
on. Break up with me real quick. Let me see how you did this.
Oh, I was so bad. I'm so
Justin,
bad.
you be the girl and you be you and like
Am I-
reenact it.
So,
Justin, ask him why he's breaking up with you.
Eric, I thought everything was going great between us. Well, where did it go wrong?
I'm an asshole, and I use the hard. It's not you, it's me.
What do you mean you're an asshole? Who are you talking to? It's just me and you here, Eric. Why? What's going on in your life right now? How can I assist you?
I just think we're not. I don't know. It's just moving in different
Oh,
directions.
Yo, he be all
Hey, no,
like,
it's okay. We'll stay together.
Okay,
Hey,
see?
Eric-
You just
It's-
woman.
I'm
any-
gonna need.
Yo, to my homegirl in ATL, you know who you are. You bad bitch. You fine.
dude, are
Yo,
you really?
I'm calling her. Yo, she sent me a text before we did this that she subscribed to listen to our first podcast, which is being uploaded right now. She'll still be in New York, Nueva York, when it hits. My beautiful black. Bro, we might be married by then.
Justin,
might be
I don't
mad.
like the way you're talking because that is clearly my queen. And
First of all, she's texted me saying she's texting the one she care about. Once I was like, I thought you were
she
feeling my
approached
friend.
me. She didn't fucking
Yeah,
approach
but she was
you.
thinking about me.
You
she
did
was
a
going through
360 twirl on her, bro. You probably won her with that. That was fucked up.
That was Suave,
Can't believe you
bro.
did
that was
that.
Hector. That wasn't
she
Justin.
was
That
all over me,
Hector
and then
out there.
Justin gave her the 360 twirl on
did.
the way out.
I did.
Sealed
I
the
did.
deal on me, bro. He locked it in right in front, right before my eyes. Stole my John. Stole my ATL queen.
Yeah.
My thick ATL queen. How dare you?
What were we
Justin.
just talking about?
We were talking about Eric's love life.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
He seems very hesitant to talk
How he's
about it.
eclectic about
That's
these African princesses.
That's.
I feel like Eric breaking up with a girl is like just
It's the most
exactly what.
awkward thing. You'd
Yeah,
ever.
it's exactly
so
what you'd imagine.
Do they
it
normally
to be.
cry or
Everybody involved. No one cries.
See, bro, this is the strategy. So, with my actual girlfriends, I've broken up with every single serious girlfriend I've ever had. But with my little boo things, you hit them with the slow fade. All right? You just text them a little less. And then a week later, a little less. Oh, yeah, I can't hang out that day. Oh, yeah, I'm a little busy right now. You let them go. On and on and on.
See,
And
I
you
can't.
just slow until they find someone else. And they're there. Then you guys are equals. And then you just fade out into the background.
I can't do it.
Just like kind of like Irish goodbye
Eric, can you do that?
Yeah.
in a way.
I think Eric could do that. I think that's the perfect way to do it. For
Have you
someone
ever,
social
Eric?
awkward.
Have you had a girl you were just like fucking? You weren't in a relationship, or it was just
You
complicated.
just smashed and you just throwing that big old Jewish
Or maybe-
Jewish hammer.
Yeah, we know you got a hammer, bro. Stop.
Eric,
lying.
it's typical of someone of your build. You're a tall
It's
guy.
got to be the size of this can, girth and
Oh,
everything.
Jesus Christ.
I'm thinking more like two of them.
Yeah, probably. God damn it.
Like, dude, that's his cock right
I
there. Is
could
that on
never be
camera?
you guys.
Is that picking up on the camera?
See, the problem with me is I catch feelings very quick. I'm not able to kind of just like, I'm not able to separate the feelings.
So you're disabled.
Yes,
All right, keep
I'm
going. Sorry,
autistic.
that was a bad pun.
I'm definitely autistic, and I can't separate the feelings from the physical pleasure, if you will. I can't do it. I fall in love every time, even if they have a boyfriend, even if they're a certified stamped bop, and she just comes to me and sucks my dick and then kisses her boyfriend after I drop her off. I
Me and Eric,
still
we don't
love
love
her.
these hoes.
I'll still look at her and be like, I could save her. I could fix her. I know I could. She just needs to retire.
It sounds like they're fixing you.
Well, yeah, kind of low key. Honestly, Eric, I don't want to fuck. All I want is love. I just want them to love me and care about me.
You didn't have a traumatic childhood. Oh,
Would
again,
you care? Would you love and care about me?
I love you right now.
Eric, ask him out.
I will not love you like that, but I
Ask
love
him
you
out,
right now.
Eric.
Why
Let's see how you
not?
ask
Why
a girl
can't-
out. See how you approach a
Oh
date.
no!
Yeah, I'll be the girl. Ready, Eric?
Let's not do this.
Let's do
Oh
this.
my God, you're so funny. I love your comedy. I love how.
Why am I just?
She's right. Yo, bro, she's
I
totally
feel
into
like
you.
this is all just an elaborate ruse. There's actually no podcast. You just want to hear.
We just want to hit on you. We're just
Yeah,
trying
I
to
mean,
bang
you're
you.
just
I mean, honestly, dude.
You're just dropping hints, just very subtly, just trying to see what's. What
We're
you
the
can get away
fucking.
Out of
with.
Long
We're the
Island
Diddy of comedy.
Out of Long Island comedy, definitely one of the better looking guys. I think it's us three and Freddie T.
Well, we're the only
Best
fucking
looking
people
dude.
under 50 on the Long Island comedy
I
scene,
don't know,
to be
dude.
honest.
Nah.
Yeah,
How
there's
old do you think Mike Tansey is?
Okay, Mike Tansey doesn't count. He's man.
He's
that was
probably
a
in the
good
middle.
one.
He's probably like 30.
That's a good one
31.
to bring up. He's like 30 something. He looks better than probably most of us.
Looks
but
better. Yo, Mike, if you're listening to this, which you're probably not, but you say you will.
Sorry.
You're fat. You're not buff.
No,
you
he's-
look like you're buff, but you're just fat. And like you're a great guy. Like astoundingly, like probably the best person, like in comedy. Like,
yeah, but
you
you're a
have-
fat fuck.
Yeah, you're kind of a little chubby, bro.
Yeah, we love you, but we kind of hate you.
Yo,
low-key.
shout out Mike Tansey.
I would,
Shout out Mike Tansey. Follow him on Instagram.
Dude,
He's
like
a piece of
he
shit.
looks buff.
I would say, yeah, I'd say
He looks jacked.
built.
He looks jacked. And then like you look, and then you're just like, oh, that shirt's only fitting around his arms so tight because his belly is protruding.
He's like
Like in
a
a
certain.
fight?
In a fight, yeah,
In
bro.
a
That's
fight?
that's a big dude.
Yeah, he's not.
It's a big dude. Him and Billy Guy are big dudes.
Yeah,
Dude.
No,
They-
I couldn't.
They give me some trouble.
Imagine Mike Tansey,
they
Billy
don't know him.
Dyer, and
They don't
Mike
know he-
Ellison coming at you at the same time, and they're trying to take your butt. What are you in reality?
train jujitsu,
What
bro?
are you gonna do?
No.
There's not.
You don't
there-
bust out that Krav
I don't
Maga.
know.
You better be a fucking black belt, and even then, you're not gonna be able to take on.
What
all
type,
three
what
of
color
them
belt
at
are you
once.
wearing right now?
I'm wearing a brown leather belt.
Take
Bro,
it
he's a
off.
brown belt, Mike
I'm a
Tansey.
brown belt.
Yo, Mike Tansey, Billy Guyer, and Mike Ellison. If you try to Eric Ichel, who lives at, what's your address? Say it.
Dude,
Just say it, bro. He's a brown
that's
belt.
fine.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Next
Are
topic.
you subscribed to any community forums like?
Like
Community
OnlyFans
forums?
and stuff?
No. I'm on the.
That's what I thought you meant.
I'm on like the Oceanside Moms like Facebook page.
Oh no,
Dude,
I legit don't really.
You gotta get on them. There's some crazy shit on there. Like, I can't tell you how many times I go on it. First of all, 90% of the time, it's just like, oh my God, there's a helicopter. What is there a helicopter
My junkie
for?
brother was on West Ice, like so many, like the Patch, West Ice, West Ice, Mom.
You know who's on the patch, right?
There was literally pictures of him on surveillance footage. There's pictures of him surveillance footage, like stealing from people's cars and shit. Like
Who is this again?
my brother,
Oh, your brother.
my
brother.
junkie brother. I have two brothers. I have one that's doing very
I feel like
well.
one of their
I have
names
one
is
that's
Nate.
doing very
I feel like
bad.
that's like the good one's name is Nate.
The good one's
like a good
name.
name.
We're not going to say either of their names, but
Yeah, that's
they
probably
know
a
who the
smart
fuck they
idea.
are. I'm sure they're both going to end up watching this, and one of them's going to feel good
Bro,
about
I
it. One's
just
going to feel like the
realized
piece of
this.
shit that he truly is. But it's funny. There's literally, we honestly should one day on the pod go through all the different forums about my brother stealing from
We
people. They're
should.
like, watch out for this guy.
What-
He's fucking running around town stealing from all the cars.
Show the Ring doorbells footage of your brother rummaging through
someone
an
literally-
We won't
F-150.
drop his name, but we'll show footage.
This kid
Show
that
his face.
this kid I'm friends with literally sent me a picture of my brother stealing from his car in his driveway, and I don't know. I think I reposted it too. I hit it with a repost. He posted it on Facebook and was like, "Guys, watch out for this fucking scumbag."
Quick question, Eric. You ever commit any crimes like that are that
Allegedly, off
past
the
due?
record.
Past
Off the-
due?
That's statute of limitations.
Yeah, past statute of limitations. So
no,
like 23 on before?
no, if
No,
not,
just
no.
since.
Very boring person.
I don't believe that, dude. Oh, look at you're giving me those me eyes.
I think
Let's make Eric uncomfortable.
Eric,
if we
That's you,
can. We're doing
Eric, how do you
it.
feel?
We're doing it.
Eric, how do you feel about sodomy? How do you feel about
How
sodomy?
do you feel about
Eric?
Sodom and Gomorrah?
Sodom and Gomorrah. Biblically speaking, nothing wrong. I think they did nothing wrong. I think God was way out of line in that.
How do you feel about the Tower of Babel?
The Tower of Babel.
This is taking a left turn, guys.
This is no
I
Tower
don't
of Babel
even know
was
what the fuck you guys are talking about.
no Tower of Babel was it's a biblical story. It's why we all speak different languages. So basically, humanity was trying to build a tower to reach.
So
the
how
heavens.
big's your dick?
Whip it
Tower
out.
of Babel. We're getting there. I'm explaining it now. Actually, it's the Tower of Babel.
Yeah, exactly. That's a perfect analogy to have a
yes.
small.
No, Eric, you're such
It's
a
not,
cool.
dude. You got a pyramid in there. I see. It's already. It's
pyramid.
creating
It's
a
very
little
wide at the
pyramid.
base, and then just
Eric's such a cute, cool, genuine dude. Like I really fuck with you, Eric.
The cute, cool, genuine dude.
He's a very
That's,
cute.
that's
I didn't
my-
I
say
like how
cute,
you're leaning
but
towards me after he says that.
I'm
Yeah,
just,
he's trying to get away
I'm
from
leaning
me,
Back.
but-
I always feel weird when I'm sitting in the middle of people because I
Dude.
want everybody to
Don't
be able
worry,
to
bro.
look at each other.
worry.
Strong hands.
Dude, you got some traps on you. Yo, take off
Eric,
your shirt.
do you work out?
No, I don't work out, but I work at a liquor store, so
You're lifting fucking
I lift
heavy
cases
boxes all
of
day.
all day, and then I don't go to the
You
gym.
have
So-
tattoos on your arm?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't get married in a Jewish cemetery, which is actually a lie, just so you know.
Oh,
Eric,
cool. I never planned
Yeah.
on dying, so
you
Me.
don't have to answer this. You don't have to answer this, or you don't have to get into like detail about it. But what was your family life like? Like, what was your life growing up?
Hold on, real quick, Pat. Don't let us forget about the Oceanside moms and Islip moms. All
Oh
right.
yeah, we didn't get to. All right.
But
okay.
yeah, what was your family life?
So my family life, my parents got divorced when I was like 2.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Didn't
like,
have to remember it.
yeah, exactly. There was no like split. There was only
Yeah.
like just
Only 2 Hanukkahs.
just constantly.
18
No,
days
it's
of presents.
split. No, because it's split between 8 days already. So it's just 4 and 4. It was
Dude,
such
that's
a
what the liberal media wants you to think, right?
Yeah, my daughter. Me and my daughter's mother split up like as soon as she was born, pretty much. Like a few months after she was born, my daughter's mother was like, "Yeah, I'm not raising this kid with this fucking maniac. No way."
Probably made the right choice.
She definitely made the right choice. I
She's
really
engaged
hope.
now. Shout out, baby mom.
Shout out her and her fiance.
Yo, say her
They're great.
fiance's full government name and address.
So his name is no,
please don't.
Sugar. Oh, that's what I was gonna say before. Sugar Sean Malone.
Sugar Sean Malone.
Sugar
Her
Sean Malone,
fiance. You know, and I'm not gonna get into that.
Could have been you.
Easily could have been me. I was trying. I did everything I could for it to be me, but
Yeah.
she didn't want me. What a fucking What a shocker. Wow. Not like that happens to me every time. Eric, so again, what was it like growing up? Was it like
I can't
just-
read
so-
that.
Was it normal? Was there like
I mean, it was normal to me. I feel like that's kind of like what is like normal is just whatever you experience the most, kind of thing.
Who do you look more like?
But so I look like my mom.
There you go.
Yeah.
Must be a pretty woman.
this whole pod is just us flirting with Eric?
Gotta read that.
For those of you uninitiated, our producer is behind the camera holding up words, and he just asked Eric to talk about if he was touched as a child. Were you touched as a child?
I was not.
Could have fooled me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
right.
could've fooled me. You
Well, I mean,
definitely-
I feel like it's one of those. Okay, so I wasn't, but
I wasn't, but
But
well, no, you block it out. So it's like maybe maybe when I'm 35, I just have like an epiphany and like,
I got a few years.
Yeah,
I'm the
right.
same way, dude. I don't remember
right? No, I was depressed as a kid, and then I smoked a bunch of weed. And depression really messes with your long-term memory, and weed fucks with your short-term memory.
yeah,
So I was just like,
today.
and that's why. Is that why
they
you
don't do that, by the way.
Is that why you
yes,
stopped?
if it was a rabbi, they don't.
Is that why
They're not
you,
known for that.
Well, brisk,
I mean, yeah,
kind of when you think about it.
So is that why you stopped smoking? Because it was.
I was just getting
like,
anxiety from it, really.
Yeah, I feel that, and like, what was?
And then they made it legal.
Well,
Too
legal.
strong.
Well, why-
Weagle.
you don't have to get in. You don't have to get into it. But why were you depressed? If you don't mind me asking.
I was
Without
just,
getting
I
into
was
detail.
probably just born with it, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it also like it must be. I'm curious to know because my parents were together, but I'm raising a daughter with split custody. So how did that? Do you think that affect you at all as a kid?
I don't think it like I said, like normal is just whatever like you experience the most, kind of thing.
Yeah, like-
so I can't really say how I'd be different if it wasn't like if my parents like had stayed together or if they'd been
They were in the
better
same
toward each
state
other.
and
But it was
everything.
kind of like the trope of like divorced parents like pitting like
Trying to pit.
Who blamed who more?
exactly like blaming
Right.
each other for like stuff or being like so.
Who do you
I
think
feel
was
like
the
just
bad
avoid
guy?
that
That's-
kind of
well,
situation where
that's
it's just
good.
like be amicable. But from like talking to my friends who've had divorced parents, like my parents weren't like aggressive. They didn't like scream at each other. They didn't like aggressively hate each other. They just didn't fucking love
They were
each
just
other.
like you and
yeah,
the
they didn't-
Egyptian queen.
it just didn't work out.
Yeah, didn't work out.
And then there was me and my brother in the middle.
And how
have a
old are
brother.
you
I
again?
have a brother,
Older, younger?
older brother. Yeah, he's Yep.
Did I actually
Yeah,
get
actually, that's it.
Dude, I'm a fucking psychic.
But can we edit that out,
Oh, yep.
please?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we'll
will
definitely
beat
edit
Thank
out. Made Pat do it twice now.
Sorry.
Dude, I'm shocked I got that. Unless I'm
Um,
not. My mom reads tarot cards, so like,
Yeah,
kind of expected
So,
it.
how old are you?
I'm 28.
28.
The only reason I said that so quickly is because Justin asked me that earlier, and I
Yeah.
thought about it for a good 30 seconds.
And you're like, damn, dude, 2 + 8, 30. Numerology. I don't know if that's a thing, but that's our thing.
I mean, that's math, but
Yeah,
It's-
28. Put those two together. You're
you
30
have,
years old.
the
You're
reason-
basically 30.
the reason why
basically, yeah.
the reason why I'm trying to get to know more about you is because you have like this very unique I guess vibe to you where you're more like it's kind of like I don't know if you guys know Dax Flame. It's like a Dax Flame type of vibe. He's quiet and shy, but with comedy, like you.
Who is
you,
Dax Flames? Let me just explain.
Dax
Yeah.
I don't know
Flame-
who this is. I feel like I should though.
It would take me a long time
Just
to get into.
what does he look like? What does
What's
he
your
do?
elevator pitch for
He
Dax Flame?
basically looks like Eric if he had blonde hair and no facial hair.
Okay.
And acts pretty much exactly like him.
So,
A little
Eric, if
different.
he was actually into one
He's
of
definitely
us.
more closed off though. Like he's more closed. I watched a podcast. He was on Bad Friends with Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino, and
Yes.
it was
Yes. Thank you, Pat.
it was cool, but yeah, you just remind me a lot of it's like a very unique style of, especially when you transition that into comedy. You
Especially when you
transition
transitioned into Erica Ichel.
Yeah.
your since you transed
Like
into
my
comedy.
sister. Back to Oceanside Mall. All right. So Sean sends me a wonderful post about this man who's caring in his community about who ran over a wild duck.
Yo, let me read the post.
We're gonna read you the post.
Let me read the post. It's
It's a little absurd. I thought it was this guy's pet duck. It's a wild duck.
It's a wild duck.
It's just a
Just roadkill, effectively.
natural selection.
Yeah. Well,
Did I send that?
Yeah,
to
he
you
naturally
guys?
selected to
yeah,
be run
the,
over
the
by a
natural
Honda
predator
CRV.
of the mallard is obviously a Jeep
Did I
Grand
send that in
Cherokee.
the group chat?
Yeah. Right?
I'm sticking in the chair.
I can't find it.
Yeah, a little sweaty.
I don't know.
I actually thought this was sweat stains for a second.
For
No,
some
it's,
reason, it's not
It's the
coming up.
world.
Yeah.
Oh
you
wait,
been
there it
into the
is. I
ocean?
found it. I found it. Okay, guys. So listen, this is what it says.
No, I-
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time.
5 fucking years I've been feeding these two. It's impossible not to see them. Elvis was coming over. So Elvis is obviously what this guy, this maniac, named this random duck, and it's probably not even the same duck that he thinks it is.
Is it a mallard? Do you know what type of duck it is?
I have no idea, but he goes.
You don't
Elvis
remember
was coming.
ever,
Take a look at the duck.
He was
You
going.
know what
Elvis
you know
was-
your bird breed.
Elvis-
you do
We'll
your
find
bird
out, we'll
watching.
find-
Bird watcher.
Elvis was coming over for dinner, and some fucking piece of shit ran him over. It was me, by the way. Didn't even stop. I was busy. I had shit to do, all right? I don't have time
You
to
were
fucking...
arguing with your thick queen.
Yeah, I was arguing with my thick queen. I was on the phone texting, and you know what? It was the duck's time to go. It was clearly, it's God's plan, whatever. Anyways, everybody on my block knows these ducks and who feeds them. So, like, this guy's really attached to these random ducks. I thought it was just Elvis. I guess he somehow is trying to act like he knows this duck from the rest of them. They're random wild animals, you fucking maniac idiot. And you probably don't even know which duck it was. But I have signs all over. So this guy put signs up. You know who you are, and I will find you. You fucking piece of shit. At least he's buried at home that loves him. Then he put a bunch of duck emojis, a couple broken hearts, and said, honestly, we're heartbroken. And then, I mean, listen, again, kind of like what I was saying before, where there's just people out there that have nothing going on in their life. And they're so lost in just looking for any type of meaning.
All right, we're back.
No, we're black.
We had to step away for a second, but we're
in
back.
black.
And you were saying about the
Oh, with the
duck?
duck guy. Yeah, this fucking maniac. I mean, I'm so sick of it. It's all over, especially like the West Islip Moms page. You're a bunch of old, disheveled, disturbed women that have nothing better to do, and you all need to, honestly, maybe take a couple extra of those pain pills, those oxycodones that you take. Maybe just take the whole bottle and drink a bottle of wine with it, go to sleep, and let the world be at peace.
You know what Sean did this week, though?
You add nothing to the community.
You shouldn't let him
We're
rant.
sidebar.
Except
I'm
for-
just
All right.
sidebarring. Just letting Sean rant. Because I think we did get most of your original rant. I don't know. I'm sorry to
I
cut
could
you
do
off.
this for days.
I'm sorry to cut you
go
off,
ahead.
Sugar Sean.
I need to be cut off. I need to stop.
Yep.
What,
We're only 6 deep. 7. How many shots did we do?
2.
2. Okay. So we're,
We're
not
good.
that bad.
We're
Yeah.
vibing.
We can still drive.
We're driving regardless.
Sean saved a bird this week. Speaking of killing ducks, Sean saved a bird.
Oh, so you're 1 up, 1 down. You're breaking even.
Yeah, so I fucking destroyed this guy's duck, and he'll do nothing about it. I dismantled
Well,
him.
unless he watches this, then he'll know.
He went, wah, wah,
Post us on the
wah.
ice lip.
All I heard was boof, 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 and wah, wah, wah. I just kept fucking dry. I don't have time for this shit. I got shit to do, buddy. I'm inches away from greatness. I
Do you
don't have
remember
time
where
to
you
be
were going
fucking
at the
around
time?
with that. No, I was probably going
Going
to
to
pick
your
up
thick
drugs or
queen.
something. I don't
Oh,
know. I was probably
good. Okay.
going to get some.
At least it was important.
And if you're gonna do drugs, buds and bagels.
Hey, listen, shirt.
It's not a drug. It's weed. It's cool now.
We rep
And
our
kind
shit
of
to the
legal.
fullest.
That's just straight up legal, right?
Yeah, but not to sell it.
We're gonna edit that out.
Yeah, we're gonna cut that out.
Well, we're not selling it.
We cut that out.
We're not doing drugs.
It's just there on the table.
Eric, what do you think? What's the craziest experience? What's the craziest experience you've had?
Wait,
in
no.
general?
Let's talk about you fucking saving a bird.
Yeah, wait.
first.
No.
Okay, right,
How'd you come
Otherwise,
with the
right now
bird?
you're a villain, but we need to make you a hero.
Yeah.
Right.
How did you save
So
this bird?
how'd
you come across him?
I actually do
Like
love
mouth to
animals.
mouth?
I would never hurt an animal.
Yeah, except for the snake you weed whacked.
Yeah,
But
when I'm at my job, I do landscape and I weed whack, and a lot of times they'll be like, you'll just be weed whacking a spot, and a fucking baby bunny will come running out of it, and you're, oh shit. And I've gotten inches away from killing a baby bunny, but the snakes are like, like in they're
burrowed.
hidden. They're burrowed, right? They're burrowed. So
you look like a guy who
don't
knows about snakes.
you don't
I feel
know
like me and
that
you have a
you
lot
hit
of the
them
same
until
knowledge of useless shit.
Yeah.
But
It's all useless stuff. That's why I do comedy.
Yeah.
So like I've also saved a couple baby bunnies that were maybe burrowed in the middle of the lawn, and when I see animals I always pick them up, and if it's a snake, I've saved plenty of snakes. I've killed maybe 2 by accident, but I've saved dozens for sure.
2 snakes.
Because
1
if you
duck.
just leave them there, they're gonna get hit by the mower. Something's gonna. And there was a bird, a baby bird, and his wings clearly didn't work. And he was hopping around. I picked it up. I took a little snap chip of it. I gave it a little kissy, and I let it free. And I don't know why we brought this up. I don't know where we were supposed to go with this.
because
How do you guys
killed
feel
a
about
fucking duck.
Yeah, we just got to.
And then
It's a
saw
redemption.
someone post about it, so that's why.
Well,
Did you
the-
actually kill the duck? No, right?
Well, the thing is, the duck deserved it.
Okay.
And I can neither confirm nor deny if I killed the duck. But you know what? Maybe I did. And what are you going to do about it, guy? You said when I find this guy, it was me. Do something about it. Show him alone comedy, pussy. I'm like that.
Yeah, tell your friends.
Yeah,
Wait,
tell your friends.
We'll get to that. We should get to that, but
The Black Queen? Mike?
no, not. Let's not talk about our black queens.
What are we
All right?
talking about? What is that?
Sean, let's do a question on the GED. Let's see how prepared you are. How much do you need to study?
I literally
We should use the crayons instead.
you might as well.
did.
You might as
Well, first we got to see if you're prepped for that. Like that's
You
the-
might as well.
I was like, let's see the GED book. And you grab the fucking crossword puzzle. I saw on the table.
Justin, let me tell you something. You might as well turn around, put your face up to that brick wall, and ask it any question,
Dude,
and I will.
Eric,
you will
were
get the
gonna
same
tutor him.
result.
You said on our ad that was totally legitimate.
Yeah.
That may or may not have been recorded.
That probably won't even be put out because it was
This is a
disastrous.
good one.
questions.
It's because this thing keeps flying all over the place.
Oh,
Put it over
at the
here,
back
so-
of the test.
Oh, the back of the tests.
Yeah.
There we go. This is a
Pavlov.
This is a reading. So Ivan Pavlov's famous experiment concluded that A, nature versus nurture was an obsolete debate. Nurture most impacted human beings. Nature most impacted human beings. All of the above.
Fuck nature. I don't give a fuck about any of it. I literally, this is what I do. When I drive, everywhere I drive, I got a fucking tall boy in the middle console, in the middle cup holder, and I drink it all, and then you know what I do after, Eric? I fucking toss it right out in the street. And I don't give a fuck about the
let's go to the
environment or
math.
anything
Let's
around
go
me.
to the
Yeah, go ahead. Go to the math. See if I care about that. I don't give a fuck about anything. I only care about
another Pavlov
I only care
I
about
feel like- well, this is like a reading section.
no,
I feel
no,
like
listen to
it's-
me
it's-
right now. I only care about thick money and comedy, and that's all that's on my mind right now.
And do you think about
Thick
that?
puss.
Do you think it's nature versus nurture that causes you to think about that?
Dude, look
I
at
really
Eric.
think it's more the nurture because I like to be nurtured and caressed and treated like the little baby I am. To be honest, guys, I talk this big game and I kind of play this character when I do pods and comedy. But in reality, I'm honestly just a little scared baby boy who is too
You're kind of
scared.
like the bird.
I'm too scared to face the world alone, and I need someone to be there for me with it. I need someone to be next to me during this horrific life that I live.
think
and
we
I'm
all want that in
I'm
some
terrified to be alone, Eric. I don't want to go home alone right now. And
You
sleep
don't
on my
wanna
bed
go
without
home
anybody.
alone.
I don't want to go. I don't want to be.
All right, that was bad.
I don't want to go home and not be laid up with some thick shit because that's kind of been my life for the past month. And I don't know what to do, Eric. Do I hit her up and just go sleep in some thick shit tonight?
Two.
Or do I,
think
sleep alone?
right now,
Should I stand on my principles?
one, I think it's important to stand by what you believe, but also I think it's an important thing to be able to change what you believe. so that just immediately contradicted itself. I just said nothing. In
No, that was good.
No, but
I wanna
anyway,
build on
but
this.
there's a point I want to make, and that is, I think that you right now, you say that you need somebody, and I think it's okay to want to be with somebody, but I also think that you should be able to be okay alone.
Do you think
You know, and I think it's hard, and it sucks, but I think that like we got to work on ourselves first.
Well, do you think that you could be that somebody for
I
me?
knew it.
There we go.
I knew it.
Could you be that somebody?
I saw the fucking
Your
look.
beautiful hair.
Oh.
I would just love to see that poofy hair going up and
All right.
down.
Okay.
What were we talking about?
We're talking about Pavlov.
You were studying for the GED real quick.
No, the GD. I want you. I'm
so,
sorry.
Eric,
Okay.
speaking
I've had a
about
little
stand-down
too much.
principles, what are... We're going to give you a few hypotheticals here.
Okay.
We're gonna try to get a gauge for your principles.
People
Oh,
need to stop giving me a
All
platform.
right. So you're a cool guy. You went to college, right?
I dropped out twice.
All right. What
Wow,
were you going
really?
for?
The first time I went for
Computer technology.
chemistry.
Oh.
Yeah. And the second
sorry.
time I went for business as like a cop out.
Okay. Felt that. I got my associates in criminal justice because I was like, this is the dumbest, easiest shit ever, and it is. But all right. So
Eric,
someone approaches
I'm sorry.
you,
Okay.
asking you, "Hey,
you want to? I'm sorry.
no,
Go
all
ahead.
right, hold on. Let me change that. Let me change the
sorry.
phrasing of this."
Please let.
So
let
you're,
Justin
sorry,
finish.
I'm
you're
interrupting.
your home.
Interrupting.
No, I'm not hitting on you. Your homeboy in the frat you were in, because you're a big fan of Greek life. We established this Hellenistic culture.
Hell yeah.
So you and Alexander are out by the dumpster, and he gets the reference. None of you will, because you're idiots. All right. So you and Alex out by the dumpster, right? You see a nice, young, attractive Egyptian queen passed out. Your homeboy Alex is like, "Yo, what are you doing?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, wait.
What are you
What?
doing, Sean?"
Is she conscious?
No.
No, then no, it's not okay.
Oh, then I'm
right.
fucking.
What if she?
then
All
it's-
right. So
Alright,
now we're
maybe
gonna
I
take a
shouldn't
step
say
back.
that. Maybe we should.
I
move
feel like
on.
this is like
we
the-
should move on. This is getting. This is
very,
getting
like,
insane.
Move on. To,
What-
from-
what-
This is fucking crazy.
Move on from. Would you? Would
This
you?
is has to
behind
do
the
so much
dumpster?
work.
What do you mean?
No,
what do you mean? What's offensive about behind the dumpster?
Oh,
In my
God.
defense, she's
Allegedly.
your type. Like, what?
If this
Not my
ever
type.
blows
she's
up,
Not,
No.
She's not from the Caribbean.
if this
What?
if this
Or
ever blows
Jewish.
up, we're getting canceled. Eric, let me ask you
For
something.
saying that
Have
we
you ever been
wouldn't.
into a fight, Eric?
Have I been in a fight? No.
Ever? Like a confrontation? What's the worst like confrontation you ever been in?
Um,
None at all.
Not. Yeah. No. Really.
You and your
no.
brother never fought?
No.
You've never been in an argument with your brother.
No. My brother's.
That's fucking crazy.
My brother's. So like our relationship is.
Well, he's verbal though. Like he can
Yeah.
still.
Yeah, but
that-
like we just had a different like relationship.
What was
It
he
wasn't-
obsessed with? I'm working on a hypothesis right now.
Yeah. What was his
About-
thing?
Yeah.
Come on,
I
we
mean, it
gotta
wasn't
know.
like-
What was his hobby?
No,
No,
he just had
that's
like
a-
he just
that's
watched
his
like
thing.
cartoons and stuff
Yeah,
like that. It
anime,
was
big
very-
anime guy.
Did you watch anime?
Not that specific, no, but
Did you
like
like
just cartoons in
cartoons?
general. Yeah,
Like Nickelodeon, Cartoon
yeah, that
Network
kind of
shit?
stuff. Yeah,
You ever like
I do
sit
that.
there and watch it with him?
yeah, we used to and stuff. And then
It's
I
good.
moved
It's
out.
good
so-
TV.
Eric's
bro.
a fucking sweetheart, bro.
All right.
You bitch out there, you're really missing out.
Yo, I'm going to put you on with someone. You like thick white girls? You like pogs? That's what kids say?
Yeah, she got a good personality.
Fat
Yeah,
ass.
she's annoying. But like
well, you're selling me right
annoying
now.
and outgoing. And
Oh,
one of my
annoying
good friends.
fucking Jesus.
Oh well, if she's outgoing, then
Yeah, you know,
because I feel like I'm a very like
she's Sicilian, 100%.
outside of being 5 drinks deep right now. Like I'm a very quiet person, so
All right.
I like it when people are like outgoing.
All right, dude.
Dude, I don't
We're gonna
understand
set
what you
this
don't.
up.
I don't.
You know who I'm setting her up with.
I don't
him
get
up
what you
with.
don't see in me then, Eric. Because I feel like I'm pretty outstanding. I feel like I'm everything you're
Outstanding.
explaining, but you're just not taking that leap that I want you
It's
to take.
honestly, it's the way that I just don't want to be one of your exes.
You don't want to.
You don't want me to- you don't wanna break-
I'm just afraid that like that's what I'm going to be.
That we're gonna break up, and I'm gonna talk about it on the pod and make a whole set about it.
100%.
That's exactly what I would do. So honestly, Eric, just fucking don't fuck me over, and we'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm convinced every man is autistic. I think we just tell people they're autistic because they
Yeah.
don't like loud noises. Because every dude loves some weird shit.
No, you know what? All I'm thinking about right now
It's your
is
dick
how
Is this in this?
I'm
is
gonna
that
fuck
in this
No.
book?
I'm gonna literally leave here
He's gonna learn
after,
this?
and I'm gonna go lay in some thick shit. And she's
Alright.
probably on her period still, and I'm gonna eat it. I don't care.
All right. Well,
Okay.
that's gross. But
I've changed my mind. I want her
Yo,
back.
all right. So I want to come back
is
to
what he
this,
needs.
but so whatever it becomes
Sorry, I'm
homo whatever, and then that evolves into Homo erectus, which is the first sapient, first humanoid like to kind of migrate out of out of eight. I can't speak right.
I'm gonna
now.
get
Out of
McDonald's
Africa.
first. I'm gonna go get McDonald's, and I'm
and
gonna.
Gensis is kind of where it branches off into the sapiens, Denisovans, and Neanderthals. Neanderthals are Europeans. Denisovans kind of went up and.
Do you think they
Asia,
liked it
and-
stank back then, like when they were?
Dude,
Neanderthals?
that's exactly what I
I
was
feel like
getting
it would
to,
attract-
was if cavemen eat.
They probably were more attracted to like the smell and the hair. Like that was probably hot to them because
Well-
it meant that they were more.
I'm gonna go back to what is normal, and I think it's just like what you know. It's so I feel like, if like the stank is normal, then it's just
Hold on.
like you don't even notice it.
Yo,
Exactly.
how
You know.
I
concerned?
think it might be something they would yearn for. Like if it was
But
clean.
did they
it
eat
was-
pussy? I don't. That I don't know.
What do you think came first? Eating sucking dick?
Ooh,
That's a good question.
that's a great question. I would think sucking because like guys,
just
I
more,
feel like
like,
we were
natural,
just
I
born
feel
to
like.
think
Yeah,
about.
but I
like,
feel like it's a very like.
But it was
we're
definitely,
three
like, some
guys
gay-
talking
We were
about that,
born
like,
to
There's
yearn
definitely
that.
some gay cavemen though.
Yeah.
Yeah, gay
They're-
caveman for sure. I mean, I don't know if I'd be a gay caveman. I would probably fuck anything. I feel like right now I would. I don't know. I feel like when my ex first broke up with me and I was really lost, I was like thinking about it. Like, you know what? Maybe I'll just be gay because the bitches clearly aren't working out. I've been crushed by every one of them.
Do you have
and
any
maybe
homosexual
it's-
experiences,
Could be
Sean?
bi too.
I don't, but I do have like some guys, some gay dudes that tried me, and I was like,
Maybe.
no.
You were like,
Let's
no,
not-
but maybe.
let's. It's
Buy
a
me a few drinks.
it's a weird position to be in because if it was a woman,
Yeah,
no
like,
matter what
how's
she
it
looked
feel?
like, even if she was
I
a
keep touching your shoulders. All right, I'm gonna start going lower.
even
Oh.
if she was a fat ugly wildebeest, I would still like debate it. But when it's a
drink to that.
dude, I gotta be like, no, I just don't think I'm ready for that now.
Would you fuck a tranny? Respectfully, transgender.
I
woman?
would fuck a transgender that was born with a pussy and still has it.
So you would fuck someone. You would fuck a trans male. So like a dude. You would fuck like Eric. If
I
he had
would
a
fuck
vagina.
I would fuck a chick
me
that
if he
says
had-
they're a dude now, but didn't change anything. Maybe.
So some
I'd have to
hipster
be
from
really
fucking
drunk.
Brooklyn.
I'd have to be really drunk if she didn't have tits. If she cut
So
her
really,
tits
it's
off-
it's just the penis you have an issue with.
yes.
So, like,
that, I don't think I'm
outside-
ready for.
What if you didn't know? You go to Thailand. You're having a great time with your boys.
dude.
What if you like? Yeah,
You're a
you-
few Singhas.
You know
in,
what
which
my
is the Thai
dad? You know
beer.
what my dad told me one time? I
Oh.
can't believe I'm saying this right now. 'cause
Let's
I
hear
know
it.
I know my family's gonna watch this, but fuck, man.
Papa
All right,
Malone.
so one time my dad, like when he would get really drunk and he was definitely, he was fucking skiing
Indulging.
a little bit, indulging in his nose. And he would be. One time he told me in the truck, I'll never forget this. He was like, "You know what I'd do? There was whenever I ever seen a hookah, something like that. Anytime I got involved in it, first thing I always ask, let me see your pussy. Let me see your pussy, and then I would never pay them until I saw it. And like I'm thinking to myself, like,
I feel like
Dad,
they should
do you
charge up front for that, right? Like,
You would think.
am I crazy?
No, not the
back then.
prostitutes
That's-
my dad
yeah.
saw. My dad worked in the city. My dad was in the Bronx and shit all the time. He was probably seeing. I don't know, man. It's
How many
uncomfortable.
pussies a day do you think your dad was seeing?
I
rather,
don't-
better question: how many dicks a day do you think your dad was seeing to have to
Because
ask
of
that
that,
question?
yeah.
Well, he would say, "Let me see your pussy." So I'm guessing if they had a dick, they would just be like, "I have a dick," and like at that point, because that's why he
do you
would
think
do
he
it.
would still be like, "I
That
don't
was
believe
his
you. Let me see
strat.
it"?
That was the whole strat. Justin was like, "Let me see your pussy," and then if they didn't have a pussy, they'd be like, So
And if they did, he'd be like, "Nice," and drive off.
yeah, like
Yeah,
he
think
never
about how much he missed out on because he wanted.
he never told
didn't,
me
tip up front.
what happened after that. So like, I do wonder if he was just like trying to see some pussy.
Dude,
he was just like, let me see your
it's
pussy,
not
and then just dipped out.
prostitution at that point if he's not paying him.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
probably like way back in the day, though. My dad was like fucking. My dad was.
That
younger.
sounds like a cool guy.
My dad was so cool, bro. He was high 24/7.
Ditto.
It was awesome. He was honestly really cool. People complain about having parents that partake in drugs, and stop being a pussy, because most of
maybe.
them do the same shit eventually, and it's just like listen, I've had family members that got very carried away and fucked their life up. My dad never turned down his responsibilities. He always paid the bills. He always made sure we had a roof over our head, whether it was fucking in some ghetto apartment in West Babylon or, a nice house in West Islip. He did his thing, but he always made sure that he had just enough to make sure we were good and also be high all the time. I respect him. I admire it. That's what I want to be.
Your parents ever do
I think
drugs?
it's important to look up to your parents.
Your parents ever do illicit substances? To your knowledge?
To my
You don't have
knowledge-
to answer this if you don't want this to be public knowledge for 4 people.
And we can cut it out too. if
I
you feel
believe
like you
honestly
said too
before
much.
like I was born, before like they had kids and settled down.
Yeah.
I believe they did.
Yeah, they were like Woodstock. I feel like
I
Woodstock.
don't know. I feel like talking to them, they're cool,
Yeah.
kind of thing. But like nothing.
dude,
you have a
what's
close-
up, man?
Like it was never like a problem.
Do you
but
have
it
a
was like
clo-
they lived through the '80s. They
Yeah.
lived through the '90s. Like they
Partied a
were
bit.
without kids. So
Do you have a close relationship with both of them?
yeah, close enough. I feel like I don't know like
Have you been
Who's
able
cooler?
to maintain it, or
who's cooler.
Yeah.
who are you closer with?
See now,
Who are you closer with?
Subjective?
I mean, my mom had custody, so I feel like that.
You've
in
just,
general,
like,
but
yeah.
like
Yeah.
I just like it's the way how it
Kind of a
kinda
cop
works
And what
out.
is it
Kind of a
about-
cop out, yeah, but
No, but like,
What
What
is
did your
it?
parents do for a living?
uh,
This is getting really in depth.
Who
yeah,
gives-
let's not.
Who
Let's,
gives a
let's skip
fuck?
this.
Who gives a fuck? I want to know why.
What's your social security
where's-
number?
What do you?
Where's the funny?
What's her
my
maiden
parents
name?
do?
What do you think? Why do you think you are closer with your mom? What is it about?
Just
just
like I
said-
are you
yeah,
just
like
more
I said.
comfortable? You're able to talk to her about things.
No, like my mom.
All right. Here's
My
a
mom
better-
had custody, so
Here's
I
a
was,
way better
like, it
question.
was-
What is like a subject that like you usually would call your dad for instead of your mom? Like what's something that you like? You're like, all right.
I don't really like to sound shitty, but I don't really like call my parents for like
really. I mean,
advice.
I
when
don't
my
either.
dad was alive,
Yeah.
bro,
I
I
told
would
my
call
mom
him.
I tried pimping a girl out the other day. Like that was like the closest it got because she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna
Wait
come."
a minute. Hold on.
Yeah.
Back that up. Back that up. You told your mom about the prostitution thing in high school.
Yeah, because she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna come to your show."
Oh,
you wanted to, like,
my
prep her on
god.
it?
Yeah, I was just like, "Hey, mom, this is what happened."
But how did she feel about that?
She laughed. I told her I was just like, "Yeah, I tried pimping a girl out when I
Maybe-
was 16."
Right.
And she was like, "That's hysterical."
Really?
And then
she
I said,
like
everything else in my set's a bit. And like,
Did she think it was made up, or did she like believe it?
oh no, she thought that she knew that. My mom was telling me, she was like, "Yeah, I remember like." Because I was asking her, I was like, who was the worst kid? And she was like, always kind of hints like, so like my brother is transgender, so now they're my sister.
So it's gotta- they
so like,
gotta
if
be
I
the
like go
worst
back
kid.
and forth, that's why. But I always thought it was like my older sibling. Like she kind of thought, she was like, no, like I remember like I found a gun in your backpack with like cocaine and pills, and I was like, oh yeah, you didn't say anything, like.
how old are you? 16, you said?
Yeah, I wasn't selling coke at 16, but yeah,
had
I was
on.
selling weed and had like a little thing.
You had that
Had
thing on you.
on me, which I just kind of forgot it was in my backpack and brought it to school. I was like, "What's up?" Felt like the man, dude, because we had metal detectors that year.
You got through that?
Yeah, I'm
I
him.
mean, that explains a lot. Like,
See-
not about you, about
The
everything
yeah.
else in general. Like,
Well, why don't you go into more into depth about that, Eric?
Oh,
You go into more in depth about me. Son.
oh it's about school shootings in general. Like,
Yeah.
going,
Tell,
like,
what are your opinions on Columbine?
what do you?
20.
My hot
25
takes
years.
on
What do you
Col-
What do you think about the whole concept of a kid going into a school and shooting it up? Like, how do you think they get to that point?
Because
What do
let's
you
be
think
real.
about it?
Let's be real, real quick, Eric.
We're pretty.
You could be a school shooter.
Yeah,
You
let's-
have that look.
I've been
You
told.
hold that look.
Listen, I've been told.
At this point, I don't know. I feel like I've aged out of it, kind of.
Yeah, I've been
No, yeah,
told-
you were
like I
like,
had my shot,
literally.
and I kind of,
I had my shot. I
touching my
missed.
knee, you coming on to me? All right, so Eric, what gets you going? Like, what is
What
what's
makes
some-
you hard? Is
No,
it me?
it's not
Do
what
I
I was
make you
saying.
hard? I could make you hard if you
not
want.
the way you're acting right now.
what topics excite
Eric,
you?
I would
With
fall in
topics
love. I would
excite
be
me,
so
like in-
toxic.
In terms of what?
Like just like life, like what I feel like you like weird, obscure history facts. Like you're like oddly obsessed with the Victorian era, and you know why they really wear wigs. Like,
Nah, I did work at a Renaissance fair for a little bit.
tell me about that.
That was
one.
I just fucking. It was a weird experience.
Eric, what was your craziest experience you've ever had in general?
In general,
In general, just like the craziest. It could have been you were at a party and a fight broke out. It could have been you robbed a hooker and I don't know. You know,
I don't know.
We've all been there.
I mean, we've all robbed a Kokua once or twice.
no, I mean I
Just ask my
I mentioned
ex.
this earlier. I blacked out in the city back in October. It was this is like my only like story. I hate blackout stories because I feel like it's all just like yeah, and then I just fucking woke up somewhere, but then I just had to get
Well,
back.
what did you do that night? What
So
can
I
you
got
remember out of
so I
it?
work at a liquor store, and then I got tickets to Whiskey Fest, which is exactly what it sounds like, and it's just a bunch of fucking high end whiskeys that you can drink.
Dude, you probably could have been swimming in puss.
Dude, it's like, I mean, there was a good chunk of women,
Eric,
but
you
it was.
could get so much puss.
Dude, you're
But no, so
you're a good-looking guy, Eric. We got to get you some.
Bitches love guys like you. Like they love the quiet, shy.
You just
type.
gotta paint your
That's how I be
fingernails.
acting, honestly. Like I try to be a little extra when I'm on the pod, but if you put me in front of a very attractive girl, I'm gonna be very nervous and
I
scared.
mean, this is the most I've said in the past like month. So,
Yeah, I know we're getting it out.
and it's
of you.
all
trying to take you out of
recorded
your
for
show.
posterity.
We'll take out anything you don't feel comfortable
Yeah,
with.
especially your brother's name and your mother's
That we're
maiden
gonna
name
bleep
and
out
last
for
four of
sure.
your social security.
We're definitely gonna bleep that out. But so this night you blacked out. What were you? You were at
So I
Whiskey
just got.
Fest.
I was at Whiskey Fest.
Who were you hanging out with?
I was alone, actually.
Really?
Yeah. I was supposed to go with a friend, but he couldn't make it. So
you
I
just-
was
So you
like, you
didn't
know what? I
invite
got tickets. I didn't.
I knew you and I.
You should have hit me up, boy.
Yeah, we
I
did.
wish we
Wow.
were friends.
I feel
man.
bad
Wow.
now. I feel.
It's all right. We only met at
It was
like
last
two
minute.
open
You
mics.
called, yeah.
Dude. And well, at least now you
But
know.
anyway-
Next time,
Look,
hit
next
us
time.
up, bro.
Oh, absolutely.
We're always chilling. We're always down to do
Yeah,
something.
I'll just go. I don't drink whiskey.
Especially
that
if
shit's
it's
yucky.
as long as it's with you.
That was like the good stuff.
As long as
Okay.
it's with you, Eric. I'll go anywhere you want.
Yeah, we gotta.
I'll go to hell and back for you, Eric. As
Yo.
long as you tell me to.
Sherrod. That's a picture of Sherrod. Yo, all right, Eric. You ever have you have somebody who just shows up everywhere? Like no matter where you are, this motherfucker's just always just be popping up.
Lee West.
No, I'm saying like you just. Yeah.
Russ.
No, but I'm saying like you're
That
just
new
walking
girl,
and,
Emily?
Like you go to the bar one night and fucking just like they're there, like doing something. Like
Dude, no, I don't get out a lot.
I
go to
was-
I go to open mics, and that's like my big to do
yeah,
kind of thing. That's like how I.
Low key, I was that
leave
guy
the
you're
house.
talking about, Justin. I would just show up. So when I was a kid,
You're just
I would
there.
like start being friends with a friend group, and then it was kind of just like all my relationships in my whole life. They would get to know me. They liked me at first, and then they got sick of me very quick, and I would get kicked out of the friend group, and then I would just start showing up where I knew they would be, and they had no
Amen.
choice but to be my friends. They were too uncomfortable
that's
to be
what we're
like
gonna do to you
Sean.
now.
It's just attrition.
One time on Halloween in 6th grade, I wasn't looking for them, but I just ran into
It just
a
went
group
to
of
where I
friends
knew they would
that
be.
that were on the verge of not being friends with me anymore, and they all went out without me, didn't invite me, and I ran into them, and I was hanging out with them for a little bit, and then literally like 12 kids, they all ran away from me, just ran and just left me fucking by myself on Halloween. And you know what I did, Justin? I was like, fuck them, I don't need them. And I literally went trick-or-treating until like 10:30. I was in 6th grade, 12 years old. My parents didn't give me a phone. They didn't give a fuck where I was or what I was doing. Came back at like 11 o'clock, walking around. I had a pillowcase filled to the top. I literally couldn't put any more candy in it because at the end of the night, I don't know if you know this, but you go at the end of the night, they just fucking dump the whole bucket.
Just getting rid of stuff.
They
yeah.
just they're just getting rid of it. They're like, you're
can't
still
afford
out
the
here.
calories.
They would be like, you're by yourself, and I'd be like, yeah, and they feel bad for me and just fucking. I had so much candy, and then within a week, it was all gone, and I barely got to eat any of it. My family stole all the candy. I worked so hard for, got abandoned by all my friends. Fucking got the only thing I got out of it, and my family stole it from me. Just like all my innocence and my happiness. But it's fine. Just like all my exes, everybody just uses me and abuses me and then kicks me to the curb when they don't need me anymore. Totally fine. I'm not bitter. What are we talking about?
I'm about to make you feel a lot better about your candy experience. So my dad, my mom and dad would make us donate all our candy
To who?
to like kids with cancer or something.
My family would
Kids who
never.
can't
Go
drink.
ahead.
Yeah. And so like we'd dump out our bags, and me and my brother would take all the Reese's Pieces out, and then just put the bags like to give the fucking rest to kids with cancer.
Give
But,
them all the
my
fucking
dad was like,
Twizzlers and all the bullshit.
dude, it's fucked up because like my dad like smoked crack and did heroin, and then would be like, no, you guys are too fat. Dude, we donated the food because we were too fat. Like, that's what my
You
my
fucking
dad
kids
said
don't
to
need
me.
no
He's
more of
"You're
this
too
candy.
fat."
You don't need no more candy, Justin. Don't worry about it.
Dude.
Justin's like, Dad, please, come on, Dad.
No,
No. You don't need no more
dude,
candy.
I would
you
literally
fat
cry
fuck.
as they're taking my pillowcase. Like,
Oh my
Hey,
god.
what's your Halloween story?
That's. I mean, we would just like split it. Me and my brother would trade the stuff that
That you didn't want.
Oh
yeah, that's
I
a
don't like
classic.
this. You don't like that. We would trade and whatever back and forth.
Yeah, man.
And then my parents took their tax.
Yeah. All right, let's end
Yeah,
on a
my
hard
family
hitting.
took their fucking tax.
Let's
What are we
end
talking
on a
about?
hard hitting story.
Okay.
All right, Eric, I want you to look straight in the camera.
Okay.
Give a monologue.
A monologue.
Give a monologue
Give me a topic.
about.
Bitches. I want to hear
Let's hear-
your.
feel like
What
we've
is
talked
your
enough.
advice? What is your advice?
What if you could see your Egyptian queen right now? What would you say to her?
I'm fucking doing great right now. Clearly,
He's not.
obviously.
Yeah, he doesn't
look
need
where
you
I am.
anymore. Skank. You
But
twat.
no, I hope you're doing well or whatever. I don't care.
Not really though. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
hope you
do
get
hope
fucking
you're doing
eaten by
well, but
crocodiles.
not really, bitch. Because guess what? We're on the Hector show. We're inches away from greatness, and we're all gonna make it. And you're gonna get left in the dust like the rest of them. You're gonna have to regret sleeping on us, just like everybody else is.
I feel like you're
Sorry.
projecting, but I'm okay with that.
And you're gonna miss Eric's big fat cock. His big fat
You're never gonna
circumcised
get-
Jewish cock.
You're
His-
never
his
gonna get
fucking-
Eric's big fat circumcised cock
Yeah.
again.
Well, what's your other ex's ethnicity?
But it's like Chinese and white.
Ew.
Dude, Eric had no
Okay.
idea.
No.
Eric had no
White?
idea what he.
White.
Listen,
Yucky.
Eric had no idea what he was walking into today. I mean,
I did.
What an
I had a good time
experience.
though. I had a really good time.
I'm
Don't have
glad.
to lie.
Eric, I just want to say right
At the
now,
very least, I got a few drinks for free.
I profusely apologize for the way we've acted on this podcast, and I hope we didn't stir you the wrong way at all. And
I feel like I stirred something in you.
you do stir
So,
something in me, and you know what?
You got to think about that.
I'm gonna think about you tonight. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna be trying to close my eyes, and all I'm gonna think about is Eric Ichel and your face and your hair and your facial hair, and I'm just gonna be like, "Fuck! If only, if only." And I will do anything to make sure you know that.
Eric
I
Ichel.
do-
Eric Ichel at currently Eric, who will also be performing at the Angle in Oceanside, New York, because I booked that shit, and I'm him. I'm the motherfucker. Yeah! Yeah!
We're booking
Yeah.
shows and
Yeah.
shit now.
Yeah.
We're like the
Yeah.
Hector show,
The
Buds and
Hector show,
Bagels.
the Sean Malone show, the Eric Ichel show. We're fucking patriots.
And if you're we're sorry.
Happy Memorial
USA.
Day. Happy
USA.
Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. And if you're we're sorry.